Hey tankers, welcome to a special episode on the channel. Today we're going to talk about something that Coach Mike and I have been talking about. It's the new American tank, the M-V Yoh, and we're going to call this one Yo, which gun should I use? And that's the debate we've been having. Is this tank has two guns that in order to that one of them you have to buy the 105 millimeter. You need to buy the 3-shot in order to get to the tier 10 tank, and the 2-shot you don't necessarily have to buy. So which gun's better? And we decided what we would do is we would do I would play the game, play 10 games with each gun, document my stats, and we're going to see what turns out. So anyways, the first one we're going to talk about is the 3-shot gun, the 105 millimeter T140A. So I saved one game from each of my 10, the best game that I had with each gun, and I saved it, and we're going to watch it. So anyways, let's start getting in and talking about before I compare the guns, I'm going to talk a little bit about the gun comparison. So the 140, the T140A, the 3-shot gun, has an aim time of 3.2 seconds. The dispersion at 100 meters is 0.335. Both of these stats are better than the other gun. The DPM is 1951, which is lower than the 2-shot gun. And the magazine reload is 22.45 seconds. And I've got all the bells and whistles. I've got everything set that I can to increase my DPM. I have double rations and everything I can do. So my best magazine reload is 22.45 seconds. It doesn't feel like that long because it feels like it's much quicker than the other one, but it's actually only a 3.26 seconds difference. So that's not a whole lot. I mean, I guess in game it can be, especially if you have, a couple of tanks around you, it can be a difference. But anyways, the shell reload on the 3-shot is slower than the 2-shot. It's 2.61 seconds reload in between shells. And that's a big difference. Here on this 3-shot, you're also going to be giving up damage. So your AP rounds has 272 meters a pen, which is better than the 2-shot. The heat rounds is 363 millimeters a pen, and the HE will only penetrate 58, which is actually lower than the 2-shot. So damage-wise, the AP, we're looking at 300 damage. The heat, we're looking at 240 damage. And the HE at 400 damage. And those are all lower than the 2-shot, of course. The surprising thing for me is the DPM. The DPM is only slightly different. You gain about 18 points of damage per minute with the 2-shot. It's not a whole lot, but again, it's surprising to me that you're really not giving up that much damage overall. Please correct me if my numbers are wrong, but that's how I figured it out. So, and it's right on the screen with the tank. So, the feel of these tanks. Now, across all these games, I didn't do any of these 20 games until I had my crew 100% unlocked. I wanted everything to be equal as far as that was concerned. The feel of the tank, all along, I had thought, the 3-shot gun is going to be the one for me. It feels better, it plays better, and I have a serious issue with the 2-shot reload, because it was beginning when you first got it, before the crew's unlocked, it was in before the bells and whistles. It's like 29 seconds. It's crazy. And I've had some games where you end up at the end and you've got a couple tanks coming at you, and boom, 1-shot, boom, 2-shot. I'm on another 28 second reload. That hurts, but I think overall the reload is a problem for the tank and the gun, for both guns, not just one or the other. The reloads on these tanks is a lot different. Here we're getting into the two-shot gun, the 120 millimeter T123. The 123 E2. So anyways, this gun, so the aim time is 3.9 seconds, which is again is slower than the other one, than the two-shot gun. The dispersion is 0.62, which is only slightly different than, well, it's 0.03 difference. So their gun has a slightly better dispersion. The DPM, like I said, was higher by about 18 points with 1,969 damage per minute. The magazine reload, as I said, with all my bells and whistles, is 25.71 seconds, and that gives me it's 3 seconds and 3.26 seconds longer than the 3-shot magazine. But where you gain your bonus is the 1.71 second reload between shells, and that really, I like that a lot. It really helps. The penetration, this 120 millimeter two-shot has 258 for AP, heat is 353 pen, and HE is 66 pen. So your HE is actually higher pen than the other gun, and the other two, AP and heat, is lower. Damage, all 3 slots on here is higher damage. You're looking at AP 450 damage, heat is 380, and HE is 515. So, the stats on this are different. They are very similar, and it's overall, even the overall stats are so similar. So I look at the overall stats, and so when it comes to record, the record of across the 10 games, the 3-shot gun had a better record of 8-2, 8 wins and 2 losses compared to 7-3. The average kills, I had an average kill per game of 1.1 with the 2-shot and a 1.2 with the 3-shot. So I mean that's a very minimal difference. Survival rate, I survived 7 out of 10, and in the 3-shot, and 6 out of 10 in the 2-shot. Again, not a big difference, and that's maybe not even an important stat. My average place in each of the games was extremely similar. My average experience points, my average actually 829 experience points with the 2-shot and 759 with the 3-shot. So actually, like, what's that, about 75 points less or so. Average damage per game equaled out for the 2-shot of 2,299 and for the 3-shot of 2,069. Total damage for the 3-shot was 20,691 across 10 games, and for the 2-shot was 22,987 across the 10 games. So I know I'm throwing a lot of numbers, a lot of everything at you, but what this really boils down to, in my opinion, guys, is it's going to end up being a personal choice thing. These guns are so similar that if anybody tells you that, oh, this gun's better completely than the other one, it's just not true. The guns are so similar. It really is going to come down to your play style and what you like. I am going to, despite my initial thought that I'd like the 3-shot better, I'm going to go with the 2-shot. It's got better pen across the... It's got maybe not as good a pen, but it's got better damage, and it was easier across the 10 games for me to put out damage. Despite the longer reload, which again is only 3.6 seconds longer, it's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal to me. It's very similar, and I was able to make it work. So again, guys, I'm picking a 2-shot gun. They're very similar back and forth. I would love to compare these to the Tier 10 and say this works, but it doesn't, because even though they're pretty much using the same guns, they have different stats up there, and it's just not the same. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate your watching and listening to this one. I hope you learned something. I certainly learned something watching this. Until next time, thanks for watching, and good hunting, guys. Thank you.